I can't even look at a fish without feeling cruel. It was once a living, breathing creature. It could see and feel and think. It probably had a family, maybe even friends. Oblivious to our dour moods, Umma chatters away, shoveling bites of rice and fish into her mouth. She doesn't stop talking, even when her mouth is full, and occasionally half-chewed pieces of rice fall onto the table. To make matters worse, she picks up the fish skin, which is fried to a crispy brown and dripping with oil, and puts it in her mouth. It crackles between her teeth. "It's because you two are still young," she says, laughing. "When I was a child, I hated things like fish skin and fish eyes. Probably because my parents used to force me to eat them. We were poor, and they didn't want anything to go to waste. They would tell us that it was lucky to eat the eye, and even then, I refused. I didn't start liking these things until I was older, until after I came to California and met your father." She stops abruptly. Without her babbling, there's an awkward and unbearable silence that hangs over us. Ji-hyun and I glance at each other through the corners of our eyes. It's the first time Umma has mentioned our father since he suddenly left 2 weeks ago. Umma sweeps her bangs away from her forehead, the corners of her lips twitching upward. Her smile is forced. She stands up, her chair scraping loudly against the linoleum floor. "That was a great meal, wasn't it?" she says. "I'm so full I might explode." I nod, keeping my expression neutral. "Delicious." She puts her dishes in the sink and turns on the faucet. Ji-hyun and I listen to the squeak of the kitchen sponge in our mother's hand and the splash of water hitting the basin. Then, without another word, Umma disappears into her bedroom, her footsteps soft. Our apartment is small. The kitchen and the living area are right next to each other, and once you turn the corner, there's a short hallway and the bathroom we all share. Past that, there are 2 bedrooms. The entire space is only 700 square feet, and you can hear everything. Every whisper, every step, every creak, every flush. I wait until Umma's bedroom door is shut before standing up and picking up the plate where the fish is lying, half eaten, a hole where its eye should be. It's still warm. "You don't want any more of this, right?" I ask Ji-hyun. She tilts her head, gazing at me through narrowed eyes. "Absolutely not." I walk over to the trash can and scrape the rest of the fish off the plate, the tines of the fork screeching against the ceramic. It lands on top of the coffee grounds and curls of onion skin, where it stares up at me accusingly, as though I'm the one who has wronged it. If Ji-hyun wasn't here, I would have said, "It wasn't me. I didn't do it." Only when the lid closes do I feel some semblance of relief. Chapter 2. If I'm being honest, I had no idea people ate fish eyes until 2 weeks ago. When it happened the first time, I was certain that my father's departure had caused my mother to lose her mind. It was a few days after Appa left. Umma had been inconsolable. She sobbed through the night, and even though she was trying to hide it from Ji-hyun and me, it was obvious. In the morning, her eyes were red and puffy, the tip of her nose rubbed raw. Besides, we'd heard all of it, her quiet whimpers and pained moans, which floated through the thin wall into our bedroom where Ji-hyun and I lay in the bed we shared. Wide awake, we looked at each other. It was Ji-hyun who said something first. In a voice so low that I could barely hear, she whispered, "Should we say something?" "No," I murmured. "I don't want to embarrass her."